Bethany here with Ruff Beginnings Rehab Dog Training and Rescue. Welcome to part 2 of a day in the life with a puppy. Now, after your puppy has a decent idea of place, sit, and down, you start proofing your puppy and you work on duration. Now, a puppy under 12 weeks will likely get a minute, but work up to 3 to 5 minutes, then 10 to 15.
So at first she really struggled, so she's been doing really good. She's been doing really good on the mat. And so I do want to introduce, a regular bed to her with the hump, as long as it doesn't hurt her enthusiasm. And at first it did. She didn't really like it. It was like too much work for her, but now, break, place. She's been more than okay with it. In fact, she's been a little nutty. She's decided that it's a game, which I don't necessarily want either, but since she is still learning, I'm okay with it. It might be something I would have to slow down in the future. Break. See? Down. Good. She's like leaping back into the bed. The only reason I'm using a clean pad, a puppy pad, to toss the treat is so she can see it, because my lower back is starting to wear on me standing up and leaning over to lure. So I'm just using it so she can see it. Break. Watch. Down. See if she really starts doing it again like she did before. Good. Break. Place. Down. Good. Break. Place. Down. Good. She's sitting, but she's not laying down automatically yet. It's a weird noise. She's sensitive to noise. Hey, pay attention. Down. Good.
If you're looking on where to find these basics of place, sit, and down, just go to my puppy playlist section and everything is broken down for you.
So basically, when you squat down, dogs always want to break and come to you, right? Nope. Good. So I want to get to where they don't have to get up, down, every 5 seconds and reset her. I want them to be able to sit in a chair and even with their other dog can even be up with them, because I have an elderly dog and another dog. But he's like so excitable. He loves to play, but he reaches the limit, right? So I want them to be able to be with their other dog and her stay in place. Good. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to regularly reward her for staying in place. Now, I don't really teach a stay, but because she's struggled so much with this, I have added a hand motion. I like to remove as many commands as possible. Good. When it comes to dogs, because the more commands you have, the more focused they stay, the more excited they are. But with her, I have added a command, which is like slow down. She's gotten good with body language, and so I've added that in to just help her. Good. And also, good. Wow, this is really good. I'm going to put her a little bit further away since she's doing so good at this. Good. Break. Break. There you go. I know, I stepped on something fun. Place. Down. Nope. Down. Good. So as you can tell, I'm still luring her with her kibble, but I'm not giving it to her right away. So just to kind of point that out again, break, is I'll lure her, place, sit, down, but she doesn't get it right away, right? She has to wait. Now at first, she always got it right away, and then I gradually made her wait and wait and wait. She still needs to be lured, she still needs to be helped with her focus, but that does not mean she gets rewarded right away all the time. Nope. Place. Down. Good. She's twitching. I don't know if you saw that. Good. It's like a leg workout. Good. Good. Dusty, lay down. He's like, where's my food?
All right, fast forward. So I do this regularly, rewarding her with her kibble for 10 to 15 minutes. Now this can be during a TV show, a phone call, checking my email, anything like that. You can do it 3 to 4 times a day. I mean, really as much as possible with just really short bouts of time. So yeah, I sped this up so it wouldn't be too boring, but I'm just regularly rewarding her. And I could be in my chair or on the couch with her at my feet, and then eventually a little bit further away, more and more and more. Always have your puppy on a leash to begin with once they're conditioned to the leash, like it doesn't freak them out, because it'll really help you. She's doing really good. I'm trying to trigger her to screw up. So I'm going to move the bag around. See, baggie of goodies. Nothing. Oh, there we go. No. So a little bit of pressure. Down. Good. So we're learning pressure. Fading out the food. So I did not have food in my hand. I just used really gentle pressure with the leash. I'll do it again. Down. Good. Good job. And then she gets the treat. Phasing out process. Good job. Down. Good. Happy. Get back. Get back. Sorry, I know this is kind of close. It's kind of hard to see what's going on. Good. But I'm going to give it to her. Oh, just terrible. Nope. Place. Place. Come on, you can do it. There you go. It's the first time she made me do that more than once. Probably because I'm talking. Adds to the excitement. Down. Good. Nope. Down. Ooh, that was hard for her. So the treat's actually here, but she's not going to get it. She's going to get it. No. Oh, yeah, that's harder. Well, there's something to work on. Oh, she's mad, too. You see her scratch. She's like, where's my food? So I'm going to make her wait again. Good. Good job, Zoe. That was good. That's what I want you to do, sweetie. Just stay right where you are. Good. So I'm just trying to, at this point, you know, just trying to proof her commands with distractions. You know, I haven't been jumping around the room yet, but hopefully we'll be able to get there by the end of Thursday. Good. So let me just try to move this again. Outside noises. This next clip, I'm going to use the pet corrector for biting. I am instigating biting. Do not do that at home. It's for video purposes only. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? So here's puppy biting. No, nope, nope. What you doing? What you doing? No. I know, what was that? That was a pet corrector for her mouthing. Good. So I'm gonna get food. Zoe, come, place, and redirect her right away. And that was actually a little late. I kind of just wanted to see her reaction to the pet corrector whenever I did it to her for mouthing me, because usually I've only used it when she's biting the other dog's legs or bothering the other dogs. And then I immediately, I mean, it's literally like, shh, Zoe, come, sit, or sit right away or down. Good girl. So as you can see, in her case, it doesn't completely freak her out. In some dogs, it does. And if that happens, just ignore them. They'll snap out of it. But this is a really, really good tool for puppy mouthing. If it's out of control with, say, your kids, you got to use it wisely though, and not a lot. So like choose 1, maybe 2 things to use it on. So if you have kids, I would say use it just for the children. If you have other dogs and they're bothering the dogs, use it just for that purpose when the other dogs have had it, to reinforce how the other dogs are feeling. Good girl. She's settled down now. And then if you're just having severe biting issues as well, you can use it for that as well. But you have to set them up. You have to be ready. You have to be ready with your food and with this and set them up. But the great thing is with her, I mean, I kind of got her riled up there and I haven't done that at all, right? The great thing with her is that when I was first telling her no and blocking, she was immediately getting like feistier and running around, and she's like, what are you going to do about it kind of attitude. But then after just a few days, and I used the pet corrector, which settled her down for at least the first few days. And then during those first few days, I did tons of luring for sit and down in place. So now I really don't need this. I can just say no, and instead of amping her up, she'll just sit, okay? So that's the reality. It's hard to do that with kids, though. If the reason that you're using it is for kid biting, that's a little more difficult. But if it's just biting you, then once you have that relationship with your dog, which literally can happen in just a few days, you really don't need it anymore, which is what's great. Yes. Okay, so you've just worked with your puppy, done your morning or afternoon or evening routine of training. And if you didn't catch that video, you should definitely check it out. So let's say that you've done your routine with your puppy and they have leftover food that they need to eat and you got to go. So this is how you do it. So you put extra kibble, yummy extra kibble. Oh my goodness, in the bowl. Good. We're going to go down and up. And I'm going to try not to use the leash. If the dog is just super wild, you can use the leash as long as you've worked with them with the leash. And by working with them, I mean understanding pressure. So I'm just going to kind of bore her to death. Down and up. When the puppy's not going for it, and I have a lot of other videos on this too, but when the puppy's not going for it, okay, break. And you give them their release word, and they eat up all the yummy food. If you'd like to see the longer version of this with a puppy that's more driven and eating out of a slow feeder bowl, you can go to the link that's down below in the information box. It explains why we do this, why it's important. But when you're teaching, you should do this a few repetitions if you can, or just put the food in their crate, shut the door, and head off to work or wherever it is that you need to go. Yeah. More instigating in order to show. See, blocking, using blocking, and then redirecting right away. Now again, do not do this with your puppy. Do not instigate them. Trust me, you won't need to, but know when they tend to get more mouthy, certain times of the day, things like that. And be prepared, be prepared for that in whatever way you choose to try to address it. I have a very detailed video on a Boston Terrier that was really mouthy, and any blocking any of the kids, trying to push him away, anything like that, caused him to really bite and break skin. So a lot of that was desensitizing him. Those links are down below.
Sit down. No. Sit.
Notice how the pet corrector here is an extension of me, not something that I go and get angrily and use. I actually don't want them to associate just with a tool. I want them to associate the no with me, and I can always duplicate the sound.
See, now she's trying to get away rather than bite me when I blow on her. And don't do this stuff to your dogs. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right, shh. Hey. Yes, settle down. This is just for show. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What? What you doing? What you doing? Nope. Good. So see, now she's actually staying out of my space. Now I don't want you
doing this just to trigger your dogs biting you. But what I do want you to do is keep a little bag of food around. So when they do something like that and start mouthing you and you tell them no, and then they just do it again, or they go and start chewing on the chair leg, which is a lot of times what happens if you don't redirect them to something fun, that way you're ready. And if you're not ready, you can at least stand up, move out of the way. Like if your dog is getting in your space, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, yeah. Are you mouthy? Are you mouthy? Yeah. Are you mouthy? Yeah. Right. No. No. You can do a block, say no, and then get up and immediately call your dog over to you, have them sit, pretend you have food. You should be practicing, so they should understand that this means you have food, and then go get food and work with your dog for a bit. And if you don't have time to work with your dog, put your dog up or take them for a walk or play some fetch. They're trying to tell you that they're cranky, tired, and bored, or they are bored and energetic, one or the other. Yeah, or they just don't know any better. But after doing this for a while, she's not even wanting to enter into my space anymore. Good, kisses, not biting. Yeah, that's what I want. I don't want you to blow on your dogs to trigger them, but I'm just showing like what you can do when dogs do this naturally. She's a face biter. It's one of the problems she came in with, was you pick her up and she bites your face. So, yes. No. No. So what I want you guys to do is when you do a block and you say no, immediately do something else. So it looks like, what does it look like? What does it look like? What does it look like? What? What does it look like? No. So we come, sit, down. Good. So it's really right after the other, right? So if I'm sitting here on the couch and my dog just comes up to me and starts mouthing my pant leg, I'm immediately gonna say no and either block or just, get no, down. Good. I'm immediately gonna do that and then redirect them into something else. So they start to learn to back off, and then they get the good stuff, right? They start to learn the meaning of it. She's already really good with spatial pressure because we practice on the go to your mat command. So what I mean by that is, Zoe, place, down, good. So if I walk away, wait till she gets bored. Lola, go on. Go on. That's spatial pressure. That's what I want her to understand. We've been working on this, so no. All right, see how I move into her and she resets herself? That's spatial pressure. That's just a different, good job. That's just a different version of this, right? Or this, or having her back off or anything like that. Because either your puppy is just not taking you seriously, doesn't believe you, when you tell them to stop, or they just think you're playing, one or the other. Good job. Yeah. Oh yeah, good job. Oh yeah. So let's try something else to just trigger, coming towards something. No. No. Sit or down, that works too. So I'm not gonna lie, the first 4 days with her were pretty rough. No, down, good. She really struggled with all the typical puppy stuff. It was really hard, and she has a lot of energy for a 12-week-old Bichon puppy, or 11 weeks when I first got her, I think. So keep that in mind. that yeah, the first few days that you try to implement all of these new things, yeah, of course it's going to be tough. But as you can see, no. Good. As you can see, there's light at the end of the tunnel. They start to learn to understand stuff, but only if you pair it with the obedience, right? Now I have another video on this that was with a Boston Terrier that was a little bit older, a little bit more focused than a puppy, 12 weeks or less. I think it was like a 14-week-old. But it was biting so bad that it was breaking skin on the kids. And if it saw a hand, it didn't matter what the hand was doing, it went after it really intensely. And so it took a few sessions of just working on a hardcore default sit, and then desensitizing the hand to where it doesn't mean eat the hand, and helping them understand, not only desensitizing the fact that every time you would go near the dog it would bite you, but also to learn to respect it. So it was like a two thing, and then just biting stuff in general. It's a much more comprehensive series, but this just gives you, no, good. This just gives you an idea of what it can look like with a dog that doesn't have, those severe behavioral issues yet. Is that it's not a push. If I push a puppy, they're most likely, she's curious. She's like, I'm not sure what's going on. But normally if I push her, she'd come back. She'd think we were playing. Yeah. You'd think we were playing. Yes, you would. But because she's learned nothing but control, impulse control over the last 4 days, yeah, even the push made her back off. But you have to understand that when you do this kind of thing, it's got to be like a bump, right? Or a touch. See, even no, down. See, I have a toy now, so she went into play mode. Did you see that? So I told her no, but I didn't even have food, and then I immediately had her lay down. Because she's in play mode now. Okay, get it. Yeah. Yeah. No. Down. Good. So see, even though I touched her and I said stop because she started mouthing me, I immediately did the hand motion for down. Good. Yeah. All right, everyone, if you like what you saw, don't forget to subscribe. This is part 2 of a day in the life with a puppy. Don't forget to check out part 3, which is going to be working with her outside.